Okay, we have another Ozark Trail new release to look at today. Last time we checked out this one. It's called the Valor, and it was a really nice knife, and I was really impressed with it. Didn't really mention it in the video, but it's essentially a copy of the Benchmade Bailout in the Crater Blue color, specifically the aluminum handled one, just like this one has the aluminum handles. I was impressed with this knife actually quite a bit, and I'm going to look at the other new release they have. Another clone of a Benchmade. Well, spoiler alert, it pretty much is. It's called the Elevation 7.5 inch folding knife, and we got a 3 1/4 inch 12C27 blade and a 4.25 inch G10 handle, button lock as well. So not the crossbar lock like they've been doing as of recent. Get this thing out, and here it is. It looks really nice. There's that button lock. Now, if you know Benchmades, you'll probably recognize this looks like the tagged out, specifically the one with the G10 handle scales. It's the same, pretty much the same style handle, the green G10, and the pocket, the lanyard loop at the back is orange, just like that one is too. Only difference being Ozark Trail decided to go with a button lock this time, which is an interesting choice. Cool, switch it up a little bit. Whereas the tagged out is the axis lock, like the rest of them. Along with that, the blade is also a similar style to the tagged out with that clip point. Blade has a stonewash finish on it, marked 12C27. The blade steel of 12C27. It's pretty similar to the other one, the Valor, which had a 14C28N steel. 14C28N, 12C27. They are similar steels. 12C27 is actually the steel used on most Mora knives. So it's very stainless, and it is pretty tough of a steel. So it's not a bad choice, especially for a knife like this in this budget range, which, speaking of the price, it's sitting at $25. The Valor from Ozark Trail here came in at about $20. This one is $25. Wondering why the price difference? I mean, it's only $5. Although this one does have G10 handle scales, which I would tend to believe is a little bit more expensive to process than the aluminum. Also, we have a stone-washed blade on here. Maybe that process is a little bit harder than just putting a coating on a blade. Also, maybe a little bit of R&D, because I don't think Ozark Trail has gone for a button lock in the past. But I do like that they went with a button lock. Obviously, with the button lock, you can use it to open and close the knife really easily with one hand, just like that. But let's check out the sharpness of this knife, because with this one, I was really surprised at just how ripping sharp that thing came. Piece of paper, and you know what? This one is not as sharp as the blue one was. It's not bad though. It's still really good. Just not quite on the level that this one was. But at the price range, you know, you might have some variance in how sharp the knives come. I'm sure you could touch this up real quick and get it even sharper. Between the two knives, which one would I rather go for? Well, to be honest, I love the look of this one so much. I love blue, I love FDE, put them together, and I think it's a really, really good combo. I also do like how the axis lock is, though the button lock is still fun to use as well. This knife does look good though, I will say, and it is growing on me the more I look at it. Personally, I think if I were to choose one, I like the looks of this one better, but practically and functionality-wise, I actually would go with this one. For example, you know, if you're taking this out and about, maybe going on a hunt out in the wilderness or something like that, I would go with this one over that one, and I'll explain why. For one, I like the blade shape a lot better. Tanto looks cool, and there are practical uses of a Tanto blade, but I've always been a sucker for a clip point. I always prefer a clip point, and I think it's just more practical, not only for sharpening, but just in general. There is kind of a weird little recurve going on at the bottom of the blade there. It's very slight, and you could probably even sharpen that out. I think that's just, I don't know if that's intended, or just how it's sharpened. But anyway, the clip point, I like it better. More of a straight edge, easier to sharpen that. Also, there's no coating. The coating looks good, but practicality-wise, I would rather have a stonewash blade, especially on a stainless steel like this. I'd rather just have a bare blade with like a stonewash or a satin finish on it. The G10 is a little bit more grippy, less chance of dropping it. And as much as I do like the crossbar lock, I've had an Omega spring fail on me in the past, so I kind of just shy away from using this style of lock because I just don't really trust the Omega spring. The strength of a button lock, I don't know with this knife specifically because I obviously have not tested it thoroughly, but I think I would trust the button lock over the crossbar lock personally. But those are pretty much the reasons why I would probably go with this knife over the Valor. Pocket clip is reversible. It's the same pocket clip they've been using on all of their Ozark trails. It is nice that you can reverse it. It's also reversible on the Valor here. Slice is pretty good. Still retains good sharpness. Something to keep in mind with the button lock, and you'd have to get used to it. Sometimes when I'm cutting certain things, I'll put my hand like around here, and well, that's pretty much exactly where the lock is. So if you're using a button lock like this, just be careful and mindful of that to not accidentally unlock it while you are using it, because there's no safety on here that locks the button out. Just open and close like that. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. If your thumb is around here, you may accidentally touch that button. Overall, I'm actually really impressed with these Ozark Trail knives as of late. They've been really good, specifically these two. In the past, obviously, they got kind of popular with the D2 knife, the orange one, orange and black one that everybody knows. And they have that in a different color as well. I think black and tan or green or something like that. Anyways, these knives are a step above. Usually Ozark Trail knives are pretty cheap and looked at as pretty junky, but these are actually really nice. And I think these could even compete with a lot of like the budget knife brands out there that are similar price range and even higher priced. They're really good, and I'm really impressed. And if Ozark Trail wants to keep continuing to make these knives, I will be interested in those, because these have been really impressive. And if they keep this up, they definitely have the potential to be bigger names in the knife world. So, you know, good things to say about Ozark Trail, and really impressed with these knives. Anyway, that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.